You need to stop being so scared. You're resulting nothing from being scared. I bet you're scared to start the business. I bet you're scared to speak to new people. I bet you're scared to lose friends. I bet you're scared to be different. And you shouldn't be thinking about this in this type of manner, because then you're limiting yourself to the growth that you can possibly have. You have to be able to embrace doing things, because fear is only holding you back. You have to think about failure as something that is useful. You have to think of failure as opportunity, because that's what failure is. You grow off of failure. You don't see the largest successful people not fail once, because everybody grows through their failures. That's why companies are able to grow at such drastic amounts, because you lose something, and then what you gain is wisdom. You gain the knowledge of the problem that you might have done before, and you use it in the future to solve more problems. That's how the world grows, and that's how everything expands. You have to embrace failure and not be scared of doing what you're going to do. Like, especially when creating a business, you have to allow yourself to lose money so you can gain money long term. You can't be scared that if you lose money, you're going to forever just be in a downfall like that, like a spiral, a down spiral. Unless you allow that to happen, you have to use failure as an opportunity. So you cannot be scared. You have to start what you want to start, or else you will end up with nothing. Just as, think about it this way: if you don't start, you're not gaining anything, and if you fail, you don't get anything besides knowledge. You gain the knowledge of having done something, and that's more than enough for you to urge you to start. And then not only that is, I bet you're scared because you're afraid what the people around you will say. It doesn't matter, because if you succeed, what are they going to say? Like, all they can do is hate, because they're unwilling to do it themselves. You have to be the person who steps out of their comfort zone and stop being so fearful, because what you can do is like no other. Once you get rid of that fear, you're willing to do anything in the world now. Once you get rid of fear, you cannot allow fear to be a limiting factor. That has to be completely ruled out of your vocabulary. Fear should not be something that you should be thinking of. Just because you're afraid of some judgment, just because you're afraid of losing friends, if people you know and admire leave you due to you doing something like creating a business or becoming yourself, there were never somebody who were meant to be around you to begin with. You have to allow yourself to grow. You have to allow yourself to become somebody useful in the world. Create a legacy, create a lasting legacy. You can't be afraid of the small things in life, because if you're afraid of those, you will never get the big things in life. You'll never grow money. You will never have reputation. You'll never have legacy. You will never have long-lasting friends. You will never have true people around you. You will never have a community of people who truly want to support you. If you're afraid, you will forever have fake friends. You will stay broke. You will never be able to grow as a person, because you're just limiting yourself to the belief of being fearful. You're too scared to start anything. If you start, you will attain knowledge like no other. Nothing is better than real world knowledge. You have to create your own business. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to do things that you never thought about doing beforehand, because you just grow so much from failure, and failure is your best friend, because no business that has been successful hasn't failed before. Everything fails, and from failure you get success. That's all I want to say. Don't be afraid to fail. Stop being so fearful, because if you're fearful, you will never grow. And that's the biggest problem in this world. People are too fearful that they don't allow themselves to do what they aspire to do in the world. Too many people are focused on what other people would say, and focused on, if they fail, you can't allow yourself to think that you will fail. You have to believe in yourself.